So I have a Nikon DSLR and I also have a DJI OSMO Pocket. So which one's best? That's what's next. So today I'm going to talk about shooting videos with my Nikon DSLR, which is a D7000, and I have a Sigma 17-50 2.8 lens. I also have a DJI OSMO Pocket. And what is that? That's this little guy. This little guy is pretty amazing. But which one is better? Well, it depends on a lot of things. But first, hi, I'm Jeff, and this is my life with cameras, where I try to inspire knowledge through experiences. By showing you my experiences in life and showing you everything that goes on, hopefully it'll help us all step over some of the hurdles, get to where we want to be faster, and just learn more together and create a pretty cool community. That sounds like something you like. Why don't you smash that subscribe button, stick with me, and see what happens next. Why would I need a DSLR and I would need an OSMO Pocket? Well, there's a lot of reasons, and to decide which one's best, you kind of have to think about what you're doing in particular. So first of all, let me start with this. I am shooting right now, obviously, on the Nikon DSLR. Why? Because I'm sitting still and I'm not moving. So my number one thing is, if you're going to be doing an interview based or something where the person is sitting still, not moving around a lot, you have a lot more capability from a Nikon DSLR or from any DSLR or mirrorless camera, because you have different lenses you can use, and each one of those lenses kind of tends to lean towards some kind of specialty. Like this lens, the 17-55 Sigma. If you want to know more about it, I posted a video just about this lens. You can go ahead and watch it up there. But I can tell you that if I zoom out to like 40 millimeters, which it's zoomed to right now, and I'm shooting at 2.8 f-stop, it's going to make the background a little softer. It's going to put me tack focus. It's going to allow me to focus in and blur the backgrounds and kind of just change up the looks. Because the further you're extended out and zoomed, the softer the background and the separation you'll get between the subject that you're focused on and the background. So if I just had one or two people, I could use two DSLRs, shoot the whole video like this where nobody's moving. But when you start to talk about going outside or start to talk about doing different things, a lot of things change. The other thing is I'll show you right now what it looks like to do the same video holding the DJI OSMO Pocket. So in order to kind of get the same angle as that lens on the DSLR, the Nikon, I have to get the camera this close to me. But when you look at it from the Osmo's point of view, you get to see it like this. And you can tell by the shape of my face, how the lighting looks, and you can tell the DJI is a lot closer to me to kind of get the same kind of framing and the same kind of look. But you can tell it changes the look of my face. It changes the look of the attitude around me. It doesn't kind of soften the background as much as that one does. So it still works. And it has the Osmo gimbal on top, so therefore it kind of keeps it steady, it kind of makes it work. So where would I use this? Absolutely, if I was moving around, running and gunning, I needed something in my pocket, I was at an event or I was out in public and I was trying to not look so obvious as to have a tripod and a Nikon and all of this big setup, this Pocket is amazing. Because just look at the size of it. It's so tiny. But you can hook your cell phone into it and you can do a bunch of stuff. But if you want to see me go into a full thing on the OSMO Pocket, that is coming very soon. Stick around and watch. But let's go back to the DSLR. So back to the fact that this is a talking head situation, I can use this DSLR and absolutely rock this video. It'll pull the light in, it deals with a couple of other things. But once again, it's just too big for me to be able to run out and do these massive videos on. Now, I know Peter McKinnon and I know all these other characters that have gimbals and stabilizers and all this stuff, or they run it on a Joby tripod and it works for them. But now that we have access to something this small and this great, let me tell you some of the things that the Nikon can't do. My old Nikon that's almost 5-6 years old, it can't run 120 frames a second at 1080i. It can't run 60 frames a second at 4K. It doesn't have a gimbal attached where no matter what you do, it's steady. It doesn't track your face. It doesn't those are some of the things that this little DJI can do. So which one's better? Well, you know what? I honestly can't tell you because I don't know what kind of videos you're creating and I don't know what kind of channel you have. If you have a channel that's vlogging and travel and all this other stuff, I'm going to say the DJI would be the way to go. And for $350, it's amazing. By the way, I'm going to have links to all this stuff in the descriptions below. But I'm never going to let go of my Nikons, or I'm never going to let go of cameras, photography cameras with interchangeable lenses, because I have to have that because, you know what, this one does do photography, but there's no controls. That it basically is a point and shoot camera. It'll get you an okay picture all internally, and if you're letting the camera take all the pictures, then you're not getting nearly what you can get out of a Nikon camera. So when it comes to photography, hands down, this is useless. So I'm not sure which one's best. I know that each one works for their own caliber of thing, and I think I like having them both. But I even think I'm going to step it up and move over to Sony very soon. And if you want to know more about that, it's coming soon on one of my videos about 10 years of Nikon going away. Sorry, Nikon. Love you, but gotta go. If you haven't noticed, some more lights came on in here, and that's just not cool. I'm gonna have to fix that. So that being said, I got a lot more coming to you. I hope y'all subscribe, stick with me, make some comments in the comment section below, because that's the best way we can communicate. Ask me any question you got about any of the tools I have, and I will try to answer them on a video, give you a shout out. Even if you have a channel or something like that, let me know. Let's collaborate. Let's do something amazing. Let's create something, and let's go find out what's next.